Hello, hi, welcome to a crash course in the operation and fundamentals of our latest SD3 bracket index racing system. Start off with power up. Power up's going to be doubles mode, 2 lanes, lane 1, lane 2, they're both on, and it's going to be the sportsman tree. I pushed the mode button to display the mode. But if you want to turn lanes on or off, you have to go back to this, I don't know, let's call it the lane program mode, and then you can turn your lanes off and do a singles run if you like. Okay, so we're ready to see our sportsman tree. Now with the sportsman and the pro tree, the display results at the conclusion of the race are as follows: ETs, and that gives me my reaction time, and then you get your miles per hour. My miles per hour are awfully fast because my speed gate here, center speed trap, is only about 8 inches apart. It should be 3 feet apart. So that's going to give you realistic real-time MPH. Okay, you can't do nothing until you reset. Until you reset. And every time you reset, it goes through a little dance and shows you all your lights and your LEDs are working. Okay, so now let's go to Pro Tree. So how you do that is you push the mode button and then you press the display button, which is 4th from the left. And this is going to change the mode for you. So now again, you can race like this, but if you want to change turn lanes on and off, you have to push the mode button again, and then you're into this situation again. Okay, let's see the Pro Tree. Oh, red lighted. So we're going to get a negative reaction time this time. Wow, I really red lighted bad. And only went 25 miles an hour this time. Okay. Oh, and by the way, to turn the lanes off, that's this button, the second button, and the third button from the left. And if you can see this, up in the upper left to these buttons is an L1 and an L2. It's a sticky reset button. Okay, moving on. We go to bracket. So you got sport, pro, bracket. When you're in bracket, it's going to act a little different now. Now when you hit mode, it won't go to the lane change program, but it's going to allow you to dial in a time for the lane number 1. I made the default time 1 second because let's say this guy wants to dial in a 120. He doesn't have to start from 0. Makes it a lot quicker. Okay, let's say this guy is quite a bit faster. Maybe a 95. Pressing the mode button again. Now you're ready to do a bracket race. Okay, there's 25 100ths of a second difference in the time, so that's a quarter of a second. So this is going to be staggered a quarter of a second. It's always staggered by the difference in the dial-in times. Okay, now the difference in another difference in the bracket racing mode is it doesn't give you an ET at all. These are margin times. This guy broke out, went a little bit too fast, faster than 120. And these margins aren't very realistic. Well, this one kinda is, but usually your margins will be really small because the cars are really consistent. Both diecast, Hot Wheels, Johnny Lightning, HO, slot cars, they're all just very, very consistent. You know, they run the same time all the time. If your slot car's got your motors good and warm and your tires are sticky, then it's going to get the same. Your margins are going to be really small, and you can see that in a video that I'll also put here. That in the only bracket race, the margins were, I think, 0.006 and 0.002. So anyway, it goes margin, and then you get your reaction, which is really terrible because I'm not paying attention. And then you get your miles per hour. Okay, there's one more thing I want to say before I have to go, and that is an endearing feature and the only standalone or full-size toy car, can I call them that? Scale model racing system that offers the 8-second feature. And what that means is once the first car stages, the other car has 8 seconds, or it'll draw a fault and the win goes to lane number 1 because they staged and the other car did not. And most of you already know, but what that's for is without that feature, the second car to stage can make the first guy just wait and try to distract him. Look, you dropped something, what's over there, make him mad, and then jump on. And anyway, it gets rid of all of that tomfoolery. Alright, I'll be right back and I'm going to show you how to set up the lighting for this. Good. Okay, I gotta say I just watched the first part of this video and I'm sorry about what poor quality is, and it seems so dark when there's plenty of light in this room. And that's our topic today, is lighting. And this is this will definitely be the most difficult thing for you in setting up the SD3 bracket system. Okay, all of these photo eye sensors, your start, speed trap, and finish, they're all interconnected with each other through these three-way splitters, and they all go up with one wire to the machine. So what this means is they interact with each other. And that goes for calibration too. When you try to calibrate, one affects the others. So the problem comes from if you have 3 different light sources and one of them is weaker than the other 2, or the other 2 are stronger than one, they're all going to adjust to the weakest light. So that one will be calibrated just right and the other 2 will be slightly off, which won't matter on speeds below 45 miles an hour for 132 cars and maybe 25-30 miles an hour for HO cars, but for higher speeds it's going to miscount. Okay, so it's very important that you get 3 equal light sources, light bridges. And so luckily today we have a fantastic new invention. Rather than buy 3 identical light bridges, which I saw, I don't know if it's changed now, but some of those used to go for over $100. But nowadays they got these fantastic light strips and you can make your own light bridge, and they are quite bright. In fact, we put in a little resistor to make them a little bit dimmer because ours is so close to the eyes. But anyway, you can make your own out of anything, popsicle sticks, milk cartons, whatever, and then you use these light strips, and every 3 LEDs there's a little place to cut, and there's 2 little copper pads there where you fix your 12-volt wires, electric source. And so you can make them 3 or 6 or 9 or any derivative of 3 for whatever size of track you're running and whatever size of light bridge that you happen to come across. These are made by Bogdan LED, but these are all over the world and made by many different manufacturers. The specifics on this one is, I don't know, they don't give us the lumens it has, just that it's 12 volts. Alright, so there's that. So you get 3 even light sources and you're going to have a great race. Mine works fine here because I'm working with full spectrum daylight, and but there's very realistic chance that you're going to be using artificial lighting because a lot of tracks are in sheds and basements and stuff like that. And not everybody lives in an area that has nice, clear, sunny weather every day. So anyway, this should help watching this video. Make your own light bridges if you have to, and get them equal. And if you get them just the same strength and lumens output, then these are all going to adjust perfect, and you're going to be able to go 70 or 80 miles an hour, or 100. mine's only 8 inches apart by speed trap, so we've been able to artificially test these at over 100 miles an hour. Bye. Thank you.